Welcome back, Adventure Crew. How are y'all doing? Change of scenery today. I know I'm not in the forest. I'm at my house. I know y'all are probably wondering, Arsh, where's the epic adventure content for this week? I promised y'all that I would upload it later in the week, but you know what? I thought I'd switch it up and answer some questions that y'all had asked me in my last video. So let's get right into it. First question is, where do you live? All right, that's just weird. I'm okay. I'm gonna assume that you're asking me like what city I live in. So I live in Oakville, if that's what you wanted to know. Next question, I guess. All right. Actually, you know what? This is actually a really good question. So the question is, what are some lessons in life you have learned? Actually, that's a really deep question now that I think about it. Well, there's some things that I definitely live by is, to accept yourself for who you are. People our age nowadays are trying to copy everything that other people are doing. And like, there's no originality left. Every other person wants to look like someone from TikTok, and whether like it's a haircut or the way they dress. And I feel like these influencers are trying to take advantage of our insecurities to market themselves. Like, ooh, buy my ebook and you can look like me. Buy my ebook and you can live like me. Buy my ebook and this is all BS. All of that, you know what I'm talking about. So we all need to learn to be ourselves, not a follower like a lamb, but a roaring lion. A leader who does what they want and doesn't take crap from anyone. You got to admit to your own mistakes and own the outcomes without a second thought. Like, never let fear get in your way. And so it kind of reminded me of a short film I watched in my English class called Hitchhike, where the driver fully tatted up, bunch of hate symbols on him. He thought that people like hated him, so then he gave them a reason to hate him by tatting himself up. Like, I don't know what this guy was thinking, but whatever. That's beyond the point. He did that, and he owned his mistakes, and he kept his head up and kept moving forward. Same with the other character, the hitchhiker. His mom didn't accept him when he first went to go see her for the first time ever. This guy was torn. But then he realized, like, if she doesn't care for me, why should that stop myself for caring for me? And in the end, he accepted his reality and went forward with his life by accepting who he is. And that to me in itself was like really powerful. And I found it as a really strong message that like no matter what you went through or what you're going through, in the end, you yourself are the only person who is truly there for you. I actually have another life lesson since we're on this topic that I've learned is never settle for anything. Always strive for greatness and to do better. I know a lot of people may see this as like an egotistical way of living, but why shouldn't you want the best for yourself? Like, the best can vary from person to person. Like, my idea of the best for myself could be vastly different from what y'all think is the best for yourself. You know what? I want to explore the world and explore myself and continue doing this YouTube channel. And I shouldn't let others hold me back from doing so. Like, let's say someone hated on my channel or wrote hate comments. Why should I let what they're saying affect me from doing what I love? And so that kind of reminded me of a movie called Big Fish. I highly recommend watching it. Very nice film, 10 out of 10 quality. Anyways, yeah. The main character, Edward Bloom, he came out of like this tunnel during the story into this town called Spectre, where his shoes were taken and like flung onto a telephone line, which I think was like a metaphor for settling down and being grounded. And then he knew sooner than later that he couldn't live in this false reality where everything was perfect. And he had just left his hometown too, to like go pursue his dreams and like go pursue his career. And so if he had settled down in Spectre at that time, he would have never been able to become the big fish he was truly meant to be. And I thought this was like pretty deep as well. The fact that like, people nowadays want to stay in one place for the rest of their lives and like get a big house and have a lot of kids and live there until they die and whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but like, why not get out there in the real world and see what's really going on? Like, go to a third world country and see how people are living there and how people are like not being able to eat food there, and have that like perspective on life instead of living in like an echo chamber for the rest of your life. You gain that, like, once you gain that perspective, you become more of a humble person, I'd say. Anyways, that was that was a pretty profound conversation, Adventure Crew. Hope y'all enjoy me rambling on about life, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next adventure. Peace out, guys.